Hello, good morning to all my viewers, all my YouTube subscribers. I am here to say thank you and to apologize for not being dropping videos since like maybe there were about 2 weeks. It's due to a certain exam I'm about to take. So this morning, we're going to be looking at how to resolve conflicts in marriage. How to resolve conflicts in marriage. Please, if you see me looking at a particular direction, it's because I'm trying to, you know, remember the things I've jotted. So this morning, what is conflict? Conflict means is a normal part of marriage, a normal thing that happens in marriage day to day. Misunderstanding, misconception in marriage. So today, having this occasionally argument does not necessarily means that your marriage is not working. Conflict can come in any form. It can take any form. It could come through a third party or whatsoever. That does not mean that you don't have understanding of each other. But how do we resolve this conflict when it comes? When it occurs in marriage, what are those things that we're supposed to put in place? The action, the necessary steps we're supposed to take. Conflicts has been the world oldest misunderstanding or argument, because if there wasn't conflict, there won't be war and there won't be riot. Conflict brings about all this misunderstanding. So likewise in marriage, it exists. It's a global phenomenon, something we need to work on as family, as individual, as a community, as a society. So that's why this morning we are going to talk about what are the solutions that we can find around this conflict in our home, in our marriage. Number one, I think the main solution around this is to find a best time to discuss this conflict. When you look at your partner and you think this has been something that is persisting in your marriage, you'll find a way around it where two can sit down on a round table and talk about it. So we also look at how do we focus. Just focus on the problem one after the other. Focus on the problem. Sit down and make sure that you discuss. For example, if your spouse has just come back from work and there is an issue eating you up, something that is bothering you, please, you need to give that person time to chill out or to relax before bringing such issues to the table. Because if not, you don't know the stress that that person has gone through in the place of work. It could even trigger more conflicts, more arguments, more disagreements. That is why we need to look for a way, a better time, a free time, a time that everybody, both the man and the woman, they are feeling relaxed. They are feeling what? Relaxed. And the atmosphere is conducive for discussion. Then number two, we need to sit down on a round table, looking at each other face to face. What does it mean? When we have conversation face to face, it makes us stay calm, sitting down, listening to what is coming out of the next person's mouth, the idea, the points, the view that that person had concerning what has been leading to this conflict. So that is the room for making eye contact. It gives us room to make eye contact with each other. You might disagree by nodding your head. You might agree by keeping quiet. But we just need a place whereby we can have good conversation, where we can face each other to point out those things that are causing these conflicts in our marriage. So that shows that you are understanding what the person is passing out by looking at that person, by listening, by paying attention, it tells that you are also in partner with what that person is saying to bring about resolving issues. So we'll look at the third point. The third point, which says, discuss this conflict. Let's discuss these things. Is it that the woman overlabored herself because of the kids, the issue at home, all the things she need, the errors she need to do around the household choice? If it's overwhelming, let's sit down and discuss this conflict. Telling your partner or your husband what is bothering you, speak calmly. You don't need to be harsh, to be rude to anyone. You speak calmly about what you think is the issue. When there are time for discussion, these times are not times to lay blame, to say you are the cause, you are the one that caused this. It's not the time of discussion in conflict. It's not the time to point accusing finger to one another. It's just the time to see how we can bring all these crisis issues to an end. So today I would like this video to stop at this point, because I will still continue the part 2 of how to resolve conflict in our homes, in our marriage, with our spouse, with our husband, is it with our wife? These things are just mere things that if we place more understanding, much understanding on it, we will be able to iron these things out without even resolving into a big blowout. So, conflict resolution, we can resolve it by talking about it. We can resolve it by finding a best time to talk about it. We can resolve it by sitting face to face and having a contact with each other, either by touching, by looking at each other's eyes. Then we can also resolve it by discussing this whole issue. So I believe it's a trend that is happening everywhere, because don't let anybody talk you into me and my partner were so close, we never had issues. These things are the bedrock of marriage, because we were not born in the same home, not raised up by the same parents. So this disagreement will definitely come. But how do we resolve it? How we go about resolving it make us who we are. So see you in my part 2 of this resolving conflict. Please subscribe to my channel. I remain yours, Comfort Daniel. See you next.